Thank you. As Tracy mentioned, my name is Andy Osborn, and I was invited here today to tell you a little bit about myself and tell you how some of the programs that I've been able to take advantage of have benefited me and my family. So first of all, I'm a single father, again, as Tracy mentioned, to 3 teenage boys, and I couldn't be prouder of them. They are fantastic young men. Unfortunately, they are not able to be with us right now because they're at football practice, but I am super proud of them and the young men that they're becoming. I also am enrolled in school, along with my children, which is somewhat different. I will be going to school still when my oldest son is also enrolled in college. But I'm enrolled at CSU in the electrical engineering program, and within 2 years, I'll be graduating with a degree in electrical engineering. And lastly, I'm here. Thank you. And lastly, I'm here to tell you, I am here talking to you today because I need help. And that's a very difficult thing for me to admit, because I've never wanted to have people attach any negative impression to me, that maybe I'm lazy or I'm lacking ambition or I'm shiftless. And so when I found myself in the position of being the sole provider for my 3 young children, who at the time one of them was still in diapers, I went to work, and I worked hard. And in fact, I had to work 2 full-time jobs. So I found myself dropping my children off at night at a babysitter's who would tuck them into beds that weren't theirs and house in a house that wasn't theirs, and they would go to sleep in someone else's home. And then when I was done working my shift at night, I would pick them up from the babysitter, and I would drop them off at daycare where I went to go to my other job to be able to provide for my family. And I quickly realized that although I was providing monetarily for my family, I wasn't being a good parent, because I wasn't being a parent. I wasn't there for my children. So I realized that the only way I could spend more time with my children is if I had one single income that would provide for all my expenses. So in my head, I said, well, the best way to do that is I need to go talk to my employers and tell them I need more money. So I did that. And they said, well, how much more money do you need? I said, I need twice as much money. And to their credit, they didn't laugh me out of the room. But what they told me was very valuable. The position that you're in doesn't warrant more money, and the positions that pay more money, you're unqualified for. And I really took that to heart, because I needed to make myself more marketable, more attractive to potential employers, so I could earn the income that would afford me the opportunity to be with my family, spend time with them, and be a real parent. And so I did that by going back to school. And going back to school in the middle of your life, fundamentally changing who you are as a person, and working full-time, being a full-time father, and trying to fit schoolwork all into that is very difficult. It was more than I could handle. And I came close to quitting multiple times. But something that one of my professors told me, and it wasn't one of my engineering professors, so there's no math involved, but it was something an economics professor told me. He asked our class, what is the best indicator of your financial future, whether it be success or failure? And we all came up with different ideas of maybe it's where you were born, maybe it's what state you were in, what country, what school did you go to? And he said, well, you know, that has some impact on your financial future. But the best way to figure out what indicator of whether you're going to be comfortable, wealthy, or destitute, look at your parents' financial situation. How are they living? And that really struck home to me, because I was on the verge of quitting, not only on myself, but also on my children's financial future. And so that's when I decided I can't have my children grow up in poverty the way I grew up in poverty, the way my parents grew up in poverty, the way my grandparents grew up in poverty. I need to stop that right now. And so I did. I reached out to Project Self-Sufficiency, and they've had a huge impact on every facet of my life. They touch every facet of my life and help not only me, but help my children be successful. And that's what I want to leave with you today, is when you think about helping other people, it might seem overwhelming because there's such a huge need for help in the community. There's so many people that are struggling. There's so many more stories that are exactly like mine of people that are not financially solvent, that aren't stable. But when you look at my situation, there's people here today that have helped me secure a financial future for my children so that they grow up financially secure and raise their children to be financially secure. And it's possible that the help that you've offered to me has benefited people that you will never even meet because they haven't even been born yet. And so that is what is really gratifying to me, to know that there is a community that's reaching out to people just like me, helping people that they don't know and possibly never will know. So I want to conclude by expressing my gratitude to everyone who has helped secure not only my financial future, my children's financial future, but for everyone that has a situation just like me. Thank you very much.